During this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to install IntelliJ into your VM. I'm in the VM already. I'm using Firefox. I've navigated to the IntelliJ site. And we're going to just go ahead and select download. I'm going to download the Community Edition. If you want, you can download the Ultimate Edition. There are some restrictions on licensing. If you're a educational student, you have an EDU address. I understand the licensing fees are waived. So to get the community edition, I'm just going to grab the tar.gz, and I want just the Linux tar.gz. I don't want the one with the JDK in it because we already have a JDK installed. And then, so we just need to download that. That's going to take a little while. I'll pause the video while that's being downloaded. Okay, so we finished the download. You could use the archive manager to unpack IntelliJ. Instead, I'm going to use the terminal and the command line. So I'm sitting in my home directory, and I just want to verify, yep, it's in the downloads. I'm going to clean up my downloads. Okay, so I'm using the tar command to extract the tar.gz, and that will create a folder for IntelliJ and unpack everything into that folder. So now that I have IntelliJ, I can look for the bin directory. Oh, I've got to go into the idea folder. There's a bin folder and there's a shell script. We'll just run that shell directly. And it's asking me if I want to copy. I don't have a pre-existing configuration, so I don't need to do that. I'll just say do not import settings. And then we have to accept the license, the JetBrains policy, the license agreement. Read that thoroughly. And then if you're okay with it, you accept. Then you can opt in to reporting any errors. We're going to leave that unchecked. And then there's a choice on your theme. I'm just going to go with the default. And there's a choice for the desktop icons, I guess. We'll click through a few of these. I don't need the script to open files from the command line. Then we can just skip the rest. I'm just verifying here that the Maven tools are going to be installed. So there's Maven integration in IntelliJ. And now it's starting up. We got the splash screen. This is the 2017.3. Okay, now we're being prompted by IntelliJ to either create a new project, import a project. I've already downloaded assignment 2 into my VM from GitLab. I'll show you how to do that with a separate video. For now, let's assume we've got the code downloaded and we just want to import the project into IDEA. So I'm going to find the folder where the project is. I'm going to select the POM file. The POM file is the project object model for Maven. So that defines our project. So we'll just select that and click OK. Now, I think we can simply accept the defaults here for the project setup from Maven. And then, yes, it realized that I've got bdpa.jhu to assign it to. And Well, now we have to select an SDK. So I'll just press plus here. We want a Java SDK. It navigates to the OpenJDK that we're using, basically, assuming that's what we want. And we're going to just say, okay. Now we have Java 1.8, the JDK we're using we want to use to build our projects associated with the project that we're going to be working on in IntelliJ. So now we can say next. Again, finish, and we accept the defaults there. Now we see the application opening up, welcome screen. We'll just close that for now. If you'll notice that there's some messaging going on at the bottom. It's indexing, it's processing the project because there's existing files there. Okay, so that's done. In addition to the project view, we also have other views. I like the package view, and that will show me the Java packaging. And then we can see the source code here. Back to the project view, one of the things I was going to show you is that if you click on the README file, open it up, double clicking, it's going to suggest a plugin for Markdown. And you can say install the plugin. And there's 3 of them. So I'm just going to say sure, install all of that. All right, after doing that, we need to restart IntelliJ in order to use our plugin. And now it's prompting which plugin would we like to use, and I'm just going to use the one supported by JetBrains. Okay, more tips on startup, and that's fine if you want to read them. I'm going to close. Now this screen looks different. We still have a README file with the text, and then it's rendering the Markdown. It renders pretty well, but there's some limitations. For this particular one, everything looks fine. For assignment 3, there's a problem with the table that I built, so it's going to look a lot better in GitLab than it will inside this visualizer, but it's still, I think, helpful to have the plugin. All right, that's all I'm going to show you for now. Enjoy.